Hello again, everyone. This is another episode of the Premium tutorial series. In this video, I'll be showing you some of the basic assembly tips of how to build your smart car, as well as how to troubleshoot it after you build it. So, before we get started, we need to configure the DXL motors. You need to get ID1 through ID4 actuators that come in your kit. Put them into a daisy chain configuration like this and connect the first ID actuator into the CM530 port, which is labeled on the module called DXL. It doesn't matter which port you use as long as it's in one of those ports. The next is connecting power to the CM module. You can use your SMPS charge cable to the controller here, or you can use your battery if it's charged into the battery port. Either one is fine. And then the last is connecting it to your computer. Just by plugging in the USB cable that is included in your kit, connect it to your CM module, and then connect it to your computer. After that, it's time to just simply configure it through ROBOTIS Manager. Alright everyone, so we're going to open up ROBOTIS Manager, but first I just want to reiterate that you need to download it from our website. You just go to robotis.us, ROBOTIS 1.0, and just simply click on download and it will bring you to this site right here. After going through the download process, this little icon right here will pop up somewhere on your desktop. You double click on that and it will open up. And what you do is you go to ROBOTIS Manager. Here we see a little the configuration that you should have plugged up to connect. Since I know what port this module is on, I just simply go to the drop down menu, click on the port that the controller is on, and press connect. It will detect it, and as you heard, there was a beep from the module, and all the motors are recognized. Here is the configuration of this motor called ID1, and it's labeled ID1. I'll go into all these specifics later on, but what we want to do is make sure that this is checked right here. Instead of joint, we want wheel, because this is a wheel-based robot. So an easier way, if you wanted to change like a certain position of all of them at the same time, you just simply click on actuator and then click center position from goal position, and it will make all of them center. But at this point, we just simply want to make sure all of them are wheel based, and as soon as you click wheel based, that goal position wheel is gone because it doesn't matter what positions it's at. So just click there, and this is the last one. So all of them are wheel based now. Now that we have configured the Dynamixels to wheel-based mode and are ready to be built with, now I'm going to show you some of the basic techniques of how to use or how to build the robot with the passive pieces. So what we will use, or what the kit uses, is a nut and bolt system. So what we have provided are several pieces that have been fixed or have positions for the nuts to be fitted into and allow the screw to be easily connecting several pieces. We even have a rail system on the Dynamixels for you to attach very easily pieces to the Dynamixel itself. So this step, I'm going to show you how to put in nuts onto the Dynamixels and also into certain pieces. So let's get started on that. Okay, so as you can see here, we have several rectangular spots for the nuts to go into. These are our nuts right here. It's a little fuzzy, but yeah, you see it right here. So what we do is you simply use a screwdriver, which is magnetic, by the way, and attach it right in there. So as you can see, it's in there now. So what you simply do is do the same thing depending on which instructions you use and what steps you're on. You'll put them into maybe the corners or up and down, side to side. It depends on the build. Another piece that I want to keep alert up for is pieces that have slits in them, like these. These are going to be for placing nuts inside of those. As you can see right here, it's a little difficult at times, but you just simply have patience, and you may want tweezers for these if you have bigger hands, or if it may be too difficult for you. Different people have different kinds of techniques, but this is simply a simple way of doing it. So you see there's two more in there than there were before. Here is the Dynamixel. Here, as I said before, this railing system right in here are for the nuts. So what you do is you get one of these nuts as here, and you just simply fit it in there as best as you can, like that, and you just push it down as much as you can until it resists you a little bit. And what you should see is a clear hollow hole. This is where it's at right now, and you can't see anything in there except for my hand, and then you can see that there's not any metal in there. You can't see anything. So that is a proper hole that you need to have. Usually problems is the nuts are not fully pushed in, so it causes issues when you try to put on pieces like this guy right here. And when you're trying to put in the nut or a screw, such as this guy right here, you try to put it in there and it doesn't get in. But if it's all the way in there, it perfectly fits on there. So all four sides need to have the proper spacing on the railing of the nuts, and then you could screw it on there and it will be a piece to be attached to the robot. Now that you have been able to go over some of the basic assembling tips that we have for you in putting on passive pieces to your motors and connecting several pieces together, now we're going to show you the 3 different assembly manuals that we have with our kit and on our websites. The first one that we have is the assembly manual itself. It comes in your kit, and it only provides you the instructions on how to build the humanoid. And it's 3 versions, different versions for different kinds of things. Thing is that we don't usually recommend going into the humanoid builds right away, since it is in the advanced level. So what we have are the other options. First one is eManual website, which you can find in the description below. On there we have all the builds, example builds that you are able to build to make on your own, depending on the skill level that you're at and that you feel comfortable most with. The other one is what I'm going to show you right now, is called R+ Design. Alright everybody, so what we're going to do is open up R+ Design, and just to keep in mind, you can download it from our website from robotis.us. Again, just go to the software tab, 2.0, and at the bottom you will see R+ Design. This is for the PC version, yet you can also do it through your mobile device, such as Android or your iPhone or iPad. So depending on what you have, you can use the mobile versions or the PC. We see all of the kits that we have in our lineup. What we want to go to is ROBOTIS Premium. Here we see 29 example builds, as I mentioned before, that are in this kit. what you do is you simply go down to whatever build you want and build, and that's it. So since we're doing the smart car, we're going to select the smart car, press OK, and here it is. Here's a 3D model of it. But what we want to do is go to View Assembly, and you press play. And it just shows a quick example. If you want to go faster, you just click the speed that you want to, and as I said, there's the pieces that you insert in different kinds, and that's pretty much it. Now that you have been able to go through the 3 different types of assembly manuals that we are able to provide to you, I would like to mention that not all of these have all the answers. What I would use and what I prefer personally is to use the online assembly manual and R+ Design, since it provides you the most details, or provides me the most details of how to build the robot. Now I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot it. If you have it, for those who don't have the car built, don't worry, just pause it for right now. But for those who do have it built, I'm going to show you how to configure it in the proper way so that we can program it for the next episode. So let's get started. Alright everyone, so what we do is we go back to our RoboPlus Suite, and we click on Manager. Manager pops up. We just simply go to the port that it's on, and remember to turn on your controller. If it's not on, then it won't be recognized. So what you need to do is make sure that it is recognized, so or that it's on. So let's go to the port that it's on. It just so happens to be on COM39 for me. I connect, it beeps, and now I see everything that is connected to the controller. So since I see the actuators, it means that all of them are properly connected. And if I click on the CM530 and other devices, it lists all the port numbers that are on the CM530. Here we have sensor 1. It happens to be an IR. So you click somewhere else and it will automatically detect. You put your hand in front of it, it detects. I took it away and it resets to 0. Here you click on port 2, select which sensor it is that you want that it is, and it should be detecting the floor. So if you pick it up, it should not see anything. But when you put it back down, it should see something, obviously. Now it does not mean, now these figures are not always the same. So if you see another kind of number than what is here, that's fine, that's normal. But if it's not picking up anything, then you need to check your cables again. Congratulations, you just successfully built your first robot with our ROBOTIS Premium kit. Now that you have learned how to assemble a car and test your build, now in the next episode we're going to learn how to program it by downloading our sample program, how to learn how to modify it, and how to create a new program from scratch. So until then, stay creative and see you in the next episode.